let's take a look at fundamental counting principle, or factorial in action. What we're going to look at is first the fundamental counting principle. We have a sub shop, and that sub shop offers 2 types of rolls, 4 types of meat, and 3 types of cheese. Assuming the purchaser is not picky about taste, meaning that they're not going to reject Swiss cheese or provolone cheese or anything, they're willing to put anything on the sub, any combination, how many different types of sandwiches can be made? This involves the fundamental counting principle, or determining the number of outcomes. We do this by multiplying all of our possibilities. We have 2 types of rolls, 4 types of meat, and 3 types of cheese. We'll go ahead to multiply those to figure out that this sandwich shop has 24 different sandwiches it can make, or different combinations of rolls, cheeses, and meat. In a similar fashion, we want to figure out how many ways can 5 cars be lined up at the starting line of a race. And you have to think carefully about what's going on. This is the fundamental counting principle, but it's used a little bit differently. If I go to fill that first slot, we'll draw 5 slots at the starting line of a race. If I go to fill that first slot, I have 5 different ways. If I go to fill the second slot, I've already got a car in the first slot, so I only have 4 cars to fill up the second slot. In a similar fashion, I only have 3 cars to put in the third slot because there is a car in the first 2, and then 2, and then 1. Now you can do one of 2 things. You can multiply this out and determine that there are 120 ways this can happen, which is fine. Or, and this happens especially when we deal with really big numbers, or 120 is not really big, you can notice that this, by definition, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, is 5 factorial. So you can also give your answer as 5 factorial. This is especially helpful if you're dealing with really big numbers. For example, if I was lining 10 cars up at a race, and I had 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that solution, when you multiply them, is going to be quite a large number, so it might be easier just to say 10 factorial. So either solution is very valid. A look at the fundamental counting principle and how it allows you to determine the number of possible ways something can be done.